Hello, you're watching Cruise First TV. Now, we specialise in the sale of cruises from all the major cruise lines to all parts of the world. And today we're going to be showing you a selection of cruise offers from one of the world's leading cruise companies, Royal Caribbean International.
Now, there is never a dull moment on board a Royal Caribbean cruise. Depending on the ship you choose, you can enjoy facilities such as rock climbing walls, flow riders, ice skating rinks, zip wires, numerous swimming pools, hot tubs, extensive spas, restaurants, shopping malls. The list is endless.
With Royal Caribbean International, you'll sail on board the most innovative and exciting ships to ever hit the high seas. Ships that other cruise lines can only dream about. Because our ships are more than just ships. They're playgrounds for your imagination, filled with amazing things to do. Activities you would never dream of trying on dry land. We have one of the most incredible fleets afloat, with state-of-the-art ships in 6 unique classes. A fleet constantly expanding in order to bring you more events to say why not to than anywhere else on Earth. No matter which cruise you choose, there are a few signature Royal Caribbean features and activities you'll find on every ship. Climb mountains at sea on our rock climbing wall. Indulge in a little shopping while you stroll around our state-of-the-art multi-story centrums. Sip your favorite cocktail in our signature Viking Crown Lounge while you watch the ocean go by. Be rejuvenated and invigorated in our spa and fitness center. And let the kids discover something new every day in our award-winning Adventure Ocean program. On board any Royal Caribbean International ship, you'll find more to do than you could have imagined. Or if you prefer to do nothing at all, you'll feel equally at home.
Now, the first itinerary we have for you is a 7-night Eastern Mediterranean cruise that's on Royal Caribbean's Splendour of the Seas, departing from Venice, and it can be taken at any time between April and November of next year.
You board your ship in Venice and arrive the next morning at Bari on the Adriatic coast. It's then on to Corfu and Santorini, followed by Kusadasi for Ephesus and Katakolon. A day at sea follows before arriving back at Venice, where you leave your ship. Santorini in Greece is one of the great natural wonders of the world, and its main attraction is the landscape and seascape of the island itself. Another popular reason for coming to Santorini is the legendary sunsets, some of the most spectacular in the world. You'll find beautiful countryside where tradition still survives. Cave houses, both abandoned and occupied, gardens, vineyards, small family businesses, and tiny churches just waiting to be discovered. As well as being a popular tourist resort, Kusadasi is also the gateway to Ephesus, an ancient Greek and later a Roman city on the west coast of Asia Minor. In the Roman period, it was for many years the second largest city of the Roman Empire, ranking behind Rome, the empire's capital. Ephesus had a population of more than 250,000 in the 1st century BC. Today, Ephesus is wonderfully preserved and enjoyed by visitors from all over the world.
So, Adrian, have you ever sailed into Venice?
Well, I have to say, about 12 years ago, I was lucky enough to go on holiday with my wife, and we had a small motorboat take us into Venice. Nothing like the splendour that we're talking about here. But the moment that you see those iconic buildings, things that you've seen on, in art galleries, paintings, photographs, and you are agog with this amazing beauty all around you. Sensational.
It is just magical, isn't it? You spend the whole time just going, wow, I can't believe I'm here. Can't believe
Nikki's
I'm here.
favourite place in the world.
I'm not surprised, not surprised. And don't forget that if you want to add nights in Venice, either before or after your cruise, we can organise that for you when you book, and it really is well worth doing. So what's the cost?
Well, I'll tell you. This is on board the 4-star Splendour of the Seas, the Eastern Mediterranean cruise. That's 7 nights from, and trust me, that's per person price. It is one of the most sensational cruises you can do. It's such a beautiful part of the world to be in. RCI 303, it's based on 2 people sharing an inside stateroom, departing on the 28th of April 2012. You can upgrade to an outside stateroom from £149 per person. You can upgrade to a balcony stateroom from £349 per person. And here, this is the bit I like, you can add nights in Venice from only £49 per person per night. And don't forget that this also includes return flights from London Gatwick. That all-important reference number is RCI 303.
Well, if you're a family with young children, then you're going to love a Royal Caribbean cruise. Have a look at this.
At Royal Caribbean International, we pride ourselves on providing foolproof family holidays, an environment where every family member can stretch their boundaries. Our holidays have something to satisfy everyone, enabling families to spend quality time together or apart. There are plenty of activities and attractions that everyone can enjoy as a group, such as our state-of-the-art sports decks, featuring our flow rider surf simulators and climbing wall. Families can also enjoy theatre shows, ice shows, even parades, not to mention even more choices when they reach their destinations. In addition to all the great experiences you can enjoy together, a Royal Caribbean cruise also offers activities and programs to suit the unique interests of every member of your family. For our youngest guests, aged between 6 and 36 months old, our Royal Babies and Royal Tots programs offer interactive playgroup sessions developed by Fisher-Price. Each 45-minute session offers age-appropriate activities to expose children to new experiences, combining playtime and learning. For kids aged 3 to 11, our award-winning Adventure Ocean youth program and facilities provide an endless array of entertainment options suitable for younger guests, where they can learn about local customs, perform science experiments, and make new friends. Our Adventure Ocean program features fully trained staff members and a dedicated and secure space for children, as well as pages which summon parents to pick their kids up at the program's end. Royal Caribbean features teen activities for 2 age groups, 12 to 14 and 15 to 17. Activities include sports, themed parties, film nights and more. Teens can hang out in areas specially designed for them, including the living room lounge, Fuel nightclub and the back deck music venue. We also know that even on a family holiday, Mum and Dad need the occasional night out alone. So go ahead and enjoy a romantic dinner or take in a comedy show, because babysitting is available in both group settings and one-to-one in your stateroom for a small charge. When the day is done, retiring to your stateroom means enjoying private accommodation with plush bedding and TVs. Plus, the option of family suites with adjoining doors provides the perfect combination of family togetherness and privacy, accommodating up to 14 people on some ships.
It never ceases to amaze me how much is actually involved and included in the cost of a trip like this.
I mean, talking of families, the kids' clubs are incredible for all ages. And, you know, if your kids are up for it, pop them in there in the morning. You don't see them all day. I mean, they don't want to see you because they're just having far too much fun with all those amazing facilities.
And hopefully, as a parent, you're having too much fun as well.
I hope so. Well, there's the eating round the clock, which is always a big hitter for me. And it is, the food is fabulous.
Now, I like the entertainment because I remember seeing for the first time a show that actually rivaled anything that was in the West End, and I was completely knocked out by it.
Fantastic. I mean, there really is more to do than on most land-based holidays. Not a moment, really, is there?
Yeah,
if that's what you want.
It's a really terrific holiday. If you've never been on one, now is the time.
Yeah, and great value too. Well, our next cruise is a 5-night Mediterranean itinerary that starts and ends in Barcelona. It can be taken any time between April and May and is on board Royal Caribbean's Liberty of the Seas, which is one of their largest ships, featuring all those well-loved facilities like the climbing walls, flow riders and an ice rink.
Once you've boarded your ship in Barcelona, you'll sail for France, where you visit Cannes and Monte Carlo. It's then on to Italy, where you have time to explore Florence, Pisa and then Rome. After time in these beautiful cities, you return to Barcelona, where you leave the ship. Once a small fishing town owned by monks, Cannes is now home to all the glamour of the International Film Festival and hosts a multitude of major festivals and conferences each year. Monte Carlo is located in the Principality of Monaco and is known for its luxury hotels, a magnificent casino and the Formula One Grand Prix. It's also rich in history, culture and beauty. Florence is most noted as the birthplace of the Renaissance. Highlights include impressive piazzas and an incomparable 15th century skyline. Start your visit by exploring the shops on the famed Ponte Vecchio. Then move on to the Uffizi Gallery, home to works by Giotto, Botticelli, Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo. And make sure you head over to the Field of Miracles, where you'll discover one of the world's most amazing sights, the Leaning Tower.
Yes, the perfect little cruise for those just wanting a few days away next spring. So, Hannah, what's the cost?
Well, this is 5 nights in total on board the 4-star Liberty of the Seas, cruising the Italian Riviera. Really good cruise, actually. If you've never been on a cruise before, you do this as a little taste to see if you ever want to do a longer one. Sure you will after this. Great price that's per person, based on 2 sharing an inside stateroom, departing on the 23rd of May 2012. Reference RCI 302 for this one. You get a free upgrade to a promenade stateroom on selected sailings, upgrade to an outside stateroom from just £99 per person, or to a balcony stateroom from just £199 per person. And you can add extra nights in Barcelona from just £49 per person per night. It's a great city, so much to do, so much to see. All the Gaudi stuff is just wonderful. So that really is well worth doing. And there's a brochure saving if you book through Cruise First of over £220 per person.
Booking with Cruise First is so easy. All you need to do is make a note of the reference number on the price slate and then call the telephone number on the bottom left of your screen. We guarantee you won't find the same cruise cheaper anywhere on the high street. And if you do, we'll give you a £50 voucher off your next cruise.
And you can also rest assured that your holiday money is safe in our hands, as we're wholly owned by Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines and are fully ABTA and ATOL bonded. So where are we off to next?
Well, we have a 7-night Western Mediterranean cruise that's on Royal Caribbean's Adventure of the Seas and can be taken any time between April and October.
You start your cruise in Malaga and depart that evening, arriving at Valencia the next morning. The next day is spent at sea before arriving at Civitavecchia for Rome. It's then on to Livorno for Florence and Pisa, followed by Ajaccio in Corsica. A further day at sea follows before arriving back at Malaga. Civitavecchia is the gateway to all the magnificence of the ancient city of Rome. This city has a lifetime's worth of historical, architectural and spiritual sites. Be sure to visit the Forum, where gladiators once fought, and Vatican City, home to St. Peter's Basilica and Square. For shopping, head to the area around the Piazza di Spagna. Here you'll find all the famous stores. Valencia is one of the most beautiful cities in Spain. It's considered the 3rd most important city in this country and the 2nd most important along the Spanish Mediterranean coast after Barcelona. It's a lively city which has a very long and rich history, and it's grown rapidly along these last years. Nowadays, it's fast becoming an alternative to Barcelona and Madrid. Florence, so many lookers in such a good-looking city. Naked like Michelangelo's David, or rugged up in the latest winter fashion by their own world-class designers. Florentines and their city never fail to impress. Already in need of oxygen after admiring their art, visitors are mesmerised by the vision of locals at aperitivo time, effortlessly strutting, flirting and evidently enjoying life. At times it seems nothing much has changed since the days of the Medici.
And do remember that with all these itineraries, we can add hotel nights either before or after your cruise at really great prices. So what's it going to cost?
Well, this is based on 2 people sharing an inside stateroom, a terrific price, 7 nights from there per person. The Western Mediterranean 4-star Adventure of the Seas between April and October 2012. This particular price is for departures on the 12th of May 2012. Let's have a look at a few more details. You can upgrade to an outside stateroom from £179 per person, or you can upgrade to a balcony stateroom from £279 per person. I think you should, you're worth it. Add nights on the Costa del Sol from £29 per person per night, and this represents a brochure saving of over £350 per person. There's the from price, it is per person, and the all-important reference number, grab your pen, paper at the ready, RCI 301. That's RCI 301.
Now, I know we've talked a lot about how Royal Caribbean is just so perfect for families, but what about if you're a couple about to celebrate a romantic anniversary or just looking for some time away on your own? Is Royal Caribbean right for you?
Whether you're seeking a second honeymoon, a relaxing getaway, or simply a chance to reconnect, look no further than Royal Caribbean International. With opportunities designed to bring out the us in any relationship, we offer activities specifically for her, for him, and for couples to enjoy side by side. Our Royal Romance Weddings offer the perfect venue for new couples or even those just looking to renew their vows. And with our Explorer wedding program, couples can choose to tie the knot on rock climbing walls, a flowrider surf simulator, an Alaskan glacier, or even in a European castle, an industry first. For a more traditional venue, weddings can be arranged in many ports of call in the most romantic settings imaginable. Our Royal Wedding Services provide a complete wedding program, from ceremony to reception to catering. And newlyweds have the option of combining the ceremony and reception with a cruise honeymoon, where family and friends can join the celebration. Whatever your passions, there's something to be enjoyed by every couple. From the moment you leave the comfort of your stateroom, with amenities such as suites, balconies, ocean views and room service, an abundance of exciting entertainment, well-being and educational opportunities await. Entertainment seekers rejoice. There are a variety of activities, including onboard casinos, Broadway-style shows, speciality dining, ice shows and more on select ships. And when the sun sets, you can enjoy drinks, socialize or dance the night away in one of our many lounges. Our Vitality Wellness program incorporates well-being into every aspect of your cruise. Work up a sweat in our state-of-the-art fitness center. Unwind with a couple's massage in our full-service day spa. Or enhance your time together with healthy menu items and activities, both on board and on shore.
So would you take your wife on a romantic cruise?
If you'd asked me that question a few years ago, I'd have said, well, maybe not. But now the two... No. I mean that in the nicest possible way if you're watching, by the way. That's my wife. But we went on a very short cruise about 2 years ago. It was sensational. Now, bear in mind, we were looking for some downtime together.
Yeah.
We had a wonderful time because we actually had that in our own room, looking out over the balcony. Yeah. She is a restaurateur. The quality of the food astounded
her.
Well,
if she couldn't fault it.
Oh, every meal we had was faultless, and you had those romantic evenings up on the top deck, just watching the stars with a
it is lovely.
A glass of champagne.
Yeah.
It was just the most wonderful break.
So leaving Adrian in his romantic haze, we'll move on. Our final cruise is an 8-night Rome to Amsterdam itinerary that we've only got one departure on, and that's on the 4th of May. Could be perfect for a romantic getaway.
You board your ship in Civitavecchia, the gateway to Rome, and spend your first day at sea. Your first stop is Gibraltar. Another day at sea follows before arriving at La Coruña in Spain. You then get another day to enjoy your ship before stops at Le Havre for Paris, Dover, and finally Amsterdam, where you leave. Paris continues to be one of the world's most visited cities and is still considered one of the most romantic. Stroll down the Champs-Élysées, where you can sit at a pavement cafe with a cafe and watch as the world passes you by. Take a trip up the Eiffel Tower or shop in some of the world's most amazing stores and boutiques. Paris will captivate and delight all who come here. Rome has an immensely rich historical heritage and cosmopolitan atmosphere, making it one of Europe's and the world's most visited, famous, influential and beautiful capitals. The historic centre of the city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. With wonderful palaces, millennium-old churches and basilicas, grand romantic ruins, opulent monuments and graceful fountains, Rome is also seen as a shopping heaven, being regarded as one of the fashion capitals of the world, and some of Italy's oldest jewellery and clothing establishments were founded in the city. With so many sights and things to do, Rome can truly be classified as a global city.
So, do you fancy the look of that one? Well, here's the price.
So this is 8 nights in total on board the 4-star Brilliance of the Seas, sailing Rome to Amsterdam for the price you can see on screen. Another great price. That's per person based on 2 sharing an inside stateroom. And departing, we've got one departure date for this, the 4th of May 2012. Reference RCI 304. Now you get one optional free night in Rome. Who wouldn't want to do that? Upgrade to an outside stateroom from just £199 per person to a balcony stateroom from just £299 per person. And you can add extra nights in Rome or nights in Amsterdam from just £49 per person per night. And this includes return flights from London Gatwick. Reference RCI 304.
So some pretty spectacular itineraries there, courtesy of Royal Caribbean International. To book yourself on any of them, just get on the phone and give us a call on the free phone number on the bottom left of your screen, where you can speak to our highly trained cruise consultants at our UK call centre.
Now, alternatively, you can log on to cruisefirst.tv and browse all the offers we have from all of the cruise lines we work with. And do also remember that, unlike some agents, we'll not charge you a booking fee. And all of our staff have been on almost every ship we sell, so they really do know their stuff. Now, Adrian and myself will be back later with offers from Norwegian Cruise Lines, Celebrity Cruises and Cunard. So if you're going to be out, Sky Plus them now.
And I'd better phone my wife to book this cruise holiday that I'm going to take her on.
I think it's best, all things considered.
Don't worry, I'm dealing with it.
Bye for now.